You know, I always come on YouTube and say, YouTube, what up? Today I'm asking, America, what up, Americans? Okay, guys, you know that we've been having the coronavirus, and the coronavirus been creating havoc on the land. It's been killing people worldwide, all over the world. It's affecting the whole wide world. Everybody is facing hard times from the coronavirus. Either you still have a job going on or not. You know, everywhere you go around now, you gotta wear a mask. I gotta put a mask on at work. Not because I have to, but because I want to, because I don't want to catch it and bring it home. Because you might be thinking your body is strong enough that you can get the coronavirus and survive it, but what about other people in your family? You don't know if they could survive it. So it's best to try to prevent yourself from getting it. But today, guys, I am really pissed off at how America have handled the coronavirus. The coronavirus starting off in China, and America has to be leading in everything out there in the world. They have to be at the top of it. So now we're at the top of the most debt in the world with coronavirus, the most cases. Yesterday was April 16, today's the 17th, and I looked up to see what the rate of coronavirus is in the US right now. They have over 640,000 people with coronavirus yesterday when I looked, and I know it's more today. And the death rate was over 30,000 people. American death rate and cases of coronavirus has outpassed the rest of the world. Why is this? And a lot of Americans is going to try to justify it in saying the flu have killed more people every year than the coronavirus, but nobody make a big deal out of it. That's why we never heard that it's going on. That could be true, or it doesn't matter. This coronavirus here, nobody knows much about it and what it could do. And we've put ourselves and other people at risk by being careless, reckless with the coronavirus. Americans have no regards, most of them, I'm not going to say all of them, for walking around unprotected themselves from getting the virus and spread it. And if you know that there is over 500,000 people that is tested with the coronavirus in the US, there is chance that there is more than 1 million Americans today that is infected by the coronavirus. Because the 640,000 people reported, those are only what is tested. What about the untested Americans that are out there today walking around with coronavirus and spreading it among each other? A lot of these people are saying, well, the flu is worse. Or when you tell them the death rate, they say, well, look at the amount of people in the country. They make it sound like it's just a small fraction. It is a small fraction. But can you go out there and tell these people, family that left behind, that a small fraction when they lost their loved ones over this virus? Because a lot of people like you out there who wasn't taking this serious and walking around that, oh, I'm young and I'm fit, I can beat the coronavirus, and spread it among other people. You might able to beat it, but what about those people who will not able to beat it, that you were so negligent and reckless that you spread it and it kills somebody else? Whether you know it or not that you did spread it to kill somebody else. Do you guys out there think the American government have take a smart move with the coronavirus? A lot of people are saying the US did not handle this coronavirus well. A lot of third world country handle the virus in a better way, in a more safer and effective way than the US government. Everybody's running around and saying the CDC said this and the CDC said that. But what are you doing? What precaution are you taking so you don't spread the coronavirus among anybody else? Do you think the US government waited too long? They pulled the trigger too slow. They waited too long to pull the trigger and let the coronavirus in the US. America was not prepared, even though they heard that China was having a big outbreak and problem with the virus and people were dying. And American people, because of their negligence among each other and they're negligent to protect their own people, why the coronavirus has spread the way it did, and it's still spreading even more each day, and more people are dying. The big problem right now again is they are planning and opening up the country because the Americans are worried that the economy, it's already crashed. They're worried that it's going to even be worse and we're going to go into a deep, dark depression. It's the American people's life is at stake to save the economy. The American people's life is at stake to save the country from going into a depression. My question is the economy more important than the lives of American people and making money? If we have to go into a depression in order to save life, which one would you rather choose? Which road, which path would you rather go down? Would you rather save the economy and watch people die like flies? Because that's how Americans are dying right now with the coronavirus. They're falling like flies. It's a shame. It's a shame to the American people. It's a shame to the country that America should be the top of everything, as they say in this country. But yet, today, we're at the bottom because we did not handle the coronavirus well. We think we know it all and that we have everything intact, but we did not. And with the Constitution, give the American people the right to be free and to do whatever they want, so long as it's legal and they're not breaking the laws. The American people always take advantage of that because the Constitution have given them such right that they figure that they can just do whatever. And that's what the problem was. They was not taking any talk. They did not listen to any instruction that they get. There's a few people that did. So don't get me wrong and think I'm knocking all Americans. I'm knocking the ones them who are playing Mrs. and Mr. Know It All and just do whatever they feel like doing. They weren't taking any precaution. They're still not taking any today. And spread the virus more than it should have been spread. There's cities, there's towns that are still open up with the coronavirus. The people are still all over the place. There's still a few places that is really hit pretty bad that are on their lockdown because they have reached their breaking point. And that's the only reason why they're on the lockdown. These people run around and are like, this is a free country, that we should not be locked down. And they're spreading it. So the life of American will pay the price for, not mine, but I'll say I guess I'm living here, for our stupidity of the American people, the stupidity of the American people, and spreading the coronavirus more than it should have been spread. And the other thing, they're talking about open up the country because they don't want us to go into a deep depression. But if they open the country and have all businesses go back fully open and let this thing play itself out the way they think that with warmer weather coming, it's going to kill the coronavirus, which if that's true, let the warmer weather come and kill it. I don't know if that's true. That's been said for quite some time. But what about those countries who are really hot country that stay up in the 80s and 90s, and at night the lowest temperature is 70s and 75? That still have outbreaks. They don't have a big outbreak as here because those people are handling it better than they are here in America. What America should have done before the coronavirus hit America, they should have prepared ahead of time. When they heard what was going on, the CDC and whoever else, the health organization, they were corresponding with all countries, or even all those first world countries, and let them know what was going on. So they know what was coming. But they did not take precaution. They were reckless and handled it in a really bad way. And that's why this outbreak is so bad here today. They should have shut down the country. Nothing coming in, nothing going out from way back in January. Before they hear 1 cases in America. They should have shut down before it get here, and then after they heard that they got it under control in China or wherever else it was, before they open up the border, know that it declined dramatically before opening back our borders and let the virus in here. And now America is in a really deeper place now with it than it would have been if they did close early. And after it even got here, what they should have done is quarantine the whole country, even state that did not have one case. They should have told the people ahead of time, go out, buy all the food you need that will last you for 2 or 3 weeks. You might be watching and saying, well, it's not every American have the money to go out and buy food that will last for 3 weeks at once. I understand. But there is credit cards that people have. Use it, buy it, and then pay it back off. You won't have to buy any food for weeks ahead. So all that money that you were going to use to buy food weekly, you could have saved up and pay those bills off. And quarantine the whole country, only let medical workers, firefighters, and people who work at the power plant and the water treatment plant go to work. All supermarket and all the gas stations, shut them down, or even have 1 or 2 of them open every few miles. And have it shut down for 2 weeks, if that's how long the virus takes before it's no longer contagious. Close down for that, or give it another extra week to be safe. And then now we'd be fine and still keep the borders closed. But they didn't want to do that. They think they would lose too much business and too much money if they closed down for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But now there's other businesses that are shut down for 2 months now, and even going to go longer, because they fail to do what they should have done in the first place. So now we all are paying the consequences of poor judgment and poor leadership of this country. But the American people are thinking and saying that, oh, we are ahead of everything. But this is showing us now that you guys are not handling situation the way you should have been if you're ahead of everything. You have failed to protect your people, America. You have failed, and if this disease continue to do what it's doing, before the end of it, there'll be millions of people die worldwide. And that's all I have to say. America did not handle this right. The shutdown should have happened before the disease get here. Not after you heard that there's several people dying in a nursing home. And this has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. So if you're watching, please do not make any comments on this shit talking about Republican and Democrat. I do not give a shit about politics. This has nothing to do with politics. But American is making this become political. But this is nothing to do with politics. It's a virus out there that is killing people. It has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat. The disease is not on either side. It will kill you no matter which party you vote for. So quit talking about the Democrats and the Republican and making this about a fucking political issue. Get together as a people. This is about Americans. This has nothing to do with politics. At the end of the day, politics is shit. It ain't shit. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. Don't go out there and spread the virus among anyone. Protect yourself. Protect your loved one. Don't bring it home. If you go shopping, quit taking the whole family out to the supermarket. It's unnecessary. One of you have a list and you go out and get what you need. Leave the others at home if they don't need to be out there. Buy when you go to the supermarket. Buy as much as you can afford to buy, so you don't have to go out there more than once a week, at least. Once a week. If you have to go twice, no more than that. Once or twice. Once is enough. Twice, I think, is too much. Don't all the whole family, when you buy your product and you bring it back to your vehicle, Lysol them, wipe them down with Clorox wipe before you put them in your vehicle and bring them to your house. Or when you come up in the driveway, clean them before you bring them in the house. Wear gloves. Sanitize everything so you don't be a spreader. That's all I have to say, guys. Thanks for watching.